All right, we'll go start in 1 minute. All right, let's get started here. Welcome to the live session, Wednesday, November 12th. I'm going to talk to you about the markets, see what's going on with the markets, and let's see how our plays are doing and what we said last week and the week before, and just how the overall market is doing. Okay. All right, so ES in this overall channel here, okay, we dropped down and hit the 50 SMA. We broke this low here, okay, right here on this day. So that automatically tells us, we have to be weary if we make a new lower high and then possibly come drop down and break this lower low that we just made. Okay, but if we don't break that lower low, then we're going to be choppy in this area until we break this high of 69.52 or 69.53.75. Okay. 375. Okay. All right. So 20 SMA above, support on the daily above. So far it looks good. But we've been choppy, right? We've been choppy. Straight down, straight up, chopping around in this general gray area. Okay, we lost that, came back up. Now we have to show some follow through and push through this level here, this 69.50 area. Okay, because right here, between 68.50 and 69.53, we got upper end chop, we got lower end chop. So we need to get back over that and then test that breakout, okay, in order to be bullish again. Right, we came up here, we're up near that area, pulled back here, okay, and then we made some room. Now we have room to push to that 7,700. Okay, now we got room. Okay, the bearish divergence here. It's breaking again, okay, unless we want to move that out. If we want to move it out like this, we're heading to that area. But if we do break the all-time highs, then, we're potentially going to break that, okay? So we're still consolidating so far. We haven't necessarily made a move up or down. We're kind of messing around with both sides. Made new highs, then we made it low. Now we're right in the middle. Still got a bear flag, but we also forming a bull flag. Typical chop before the big move. Okay. Okay. So right now, market's looking bullish. Okay, we broke that downtrend. Yes, 2 days ago. So 2 days ago, we broke that downtrend. Okay. And then yesterday chopped up a lot, and then end of the day ran. Then today we chopped up, and then we dropped, and then we chopped sideways. But we're still trending up. Okay. We're trending up since we're trending up. Trending up still, in a sense. Here we go. But we could still go up, hit this area, and then come back down again, and then set up and try to push again. So this is a long channel. If this is a channel, I know this is a channel for sure, but if this is the longer channel, the larger channel, then we do have room to the downside if we lose that 68.50. Okay, but so far we're moving up. Looks good up. Looks good to the upside. Okay. With SPY, we can see that choppiness here. Okay, choppiness here, drop. Okay, we broke that. We can't lose that. We broke it, and then we saved it at the end of the day, made a reversal, gapped up, pushed, got above this bullish above, held it, hit our first target here, that gap fill of 683.23. Okay, there's a lot of volume right there. So we pushed up over it, and then we come here and we close right next to it. All right, so we need to get to that 685.78. And then we need to push through it. And if we could push through it, then we'll go to that 687. We'll go 687. Okay, and then possibly 689. And then we'll try to break out there. Or we hit that, pull back, set up, and then try to break out again. This is a big channel. So a big breakout from there means a lot. So if it does, you know, we go 700 and more. But, you know, we need to have volume. We need to have follow through. And right now, you know, we're still in the chop area. We're still chopping. Okay, this general area right here, we're still in it. So we didn't close below that 663.31, but we broke that low. So, you know, we made a high. You know, that's the low. We broke that low. Now we either got to make a new high, and breaking this 685.78, that's a big deal. So we got to break that. If we could break that, that makes a new high here, and then we're gonna have to break that 689.70 to make a new high there, so that this doesn't affect us as much. Because if we make a low here, if today's the high, and we drop, you know, there's a possibility that we could break that low, and that just tells us we're gonna set up the downtrend. Okay, so far though, looks okay, looks good. I think anything above 683.24 is bullish. Okay, we did revisit 680 today, and then we came back up, closed above that 683.24. That's good. You know, this is a choppy market. We're still trending up, but we're choppy, shorter term. You know, past 3 weeks, or 2.5 to 3 weeks have been choppy. So soon we're gonna get that direction. But right now, the direction's been up. You know, even though we've been straight chopped today, you know, we held where we needed held. It was chopped yesterday, but then we were up. Okay, so the slow market moves are just setting up for the bigger ones. So right now, as long as we stayed above these levels, you know, we're bullish. Okay. Okay, NASDAQ. So NASDAQ here, we have a, we have possibly right here on the NASDAQ, which, it could be an inverted cup and handle right there, which is not technically good, but overall, our size above 50, we held the 50 SMA. We got above, we reversed, we confirmed. We're holding above the 20 SMA. So far, that's good. We need to break that 25,880 on NASDAQ, and then we could come up to that 26,190. Okay, as long as we stay above 25,400 or even 25,282, we should be good. Holding that 20 SMA, we should hold it well, and then be able to push and come through on there. All right, QQQ, same idea. Okay, we got a gap fill right here. We got a gap fill at 630. Okay, we also have a gap fill right here, obviously. 610. So, we're holding 20 SMA. Okay, we didn't bearish engulf, but we did have a little dark cloud. But we're setting up, holding the 20 SMA. As long as we hold the 20 SMA, we have a potential to push to that 29. Okay, we're gonna have a little trouble at 26, but once we pass that 26, 27 area, then we should get to that 29, 30 area. And then there, we got to see, do we get out of this consolidation here point? Can we push through that or not? Maybe, or we gap fill here and then we come back down here, But right now we're still in the choppy area. This area was a good area of support. Okay, we bounced down. We gapped down, then we bounced up, making a morning star reversal. So setting up, possibly typical push. Okay, IWM. I told you guys last week that IWM was choppy, and I said, a strangle or a straddle, because this thing's gonna move one way or the other. Well, it faked down. It broke down, and then it reversed, got back inside of the choppy area, then pushed to the breakout to the upside, failed, tried again today, failed. So we're right back where we were last week when I told you guys. So still, I said this week, we should get that breakout. So I'm still thinking this week we should get this breakout. So as the moving averages are getting tighter, you see how they're really tight on this candle. As they're getting tighter, this move is going to come. So we're going to either pop up hard or we're going to pop down. Okay. We have a lot of room to the upside. We have room to the downside if we lose this channel. But looking at that candle here, looking at this candle and how it reversed when it fell out, it's kind of making me lean to the upside. Okay, I know I leaned to the upside last time, and it fell and then reversed. But this time, I think just this indication here, this false breakout to the downside, saved. I think this sets up and it's gonna go higher. I think it's gonna. I'm still strangling it, but I have a feeling that it's gonna break 246 and run to 250, 252. Okay. DIA breaking out all-time highs. Okay, that's an indication that, you know, markets could be running, right? So, broke out. Strong candles. Banks breaking out as well. Okay, that's another reason why Dow's probably moving. Some banks are moving hard. All right. So we got 45. Okay. If we stay above 480, we could stay above 480. Oh, shoot. We could go 490, 495 on Dow Jones. But we got to stay above that 480. Okay. Looks good. Broke out on good volume. Gapped up and ran. It stayed above that 480.50. So, looks good. Making all-time highs. It's been a while since it has. So, it looks good. You know, overall in the longer term, it has that nice uptrend here. It's fired off a weekly bull flag today. So, it could go more this week. So, we could go more this week. Okay. All right. That's done now. Okay. All right. First one, MRK. MRK, we've been long this one. Some leaps. Finally broke out 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Broke out and then broke that 90.81. As long as we could stay above that 90.81, this should set up and we should be heading to that 95 and more. I don't think this is necessarily done right here. I think as long as we stay above 90.81, we still go higher. Yeah, we gapped or pushed up and then we chopped around. I think we stay, as long as we stay above 90.80, I think it keeps going. I think it keeps going. All right, NTR. Okay, NTR has this downtrend here. Okay, hit that right there. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days straight up. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days straight up. Okay, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days up. Okay. So it looks like a pattern of 7 days up, hitting this wall, it kind of pulls back. So if it could break this wall here, you know, we could obviously go. We'll go 62.50. $62.50. Okay, and then we'll go 64 and possibly test that breakout at 65. But it all depends. Can it get through this? Can it get through this and get to 61? If it get through this and get to 61, you know, possibly go 62.50 and 64. If it can't get through this on that 7-day run, pulls back to the moving averages. If it can hold the moving averages at 57.80, then you're in good spot to set up a bull flag and then push that to the 62.50 and 64. Okay. Our side looks good. Stochastics looks good. Let's see, 4 hour. 4 hour looks good. Trend looks good. Okay. 1 hour. 1 hour looks decent. The RSI is just kind of chilling, flatlining. That's okay. Doesn't always mean it's gonna fall. It could just be chilling for a while. RSI's on the can do that. But trend is good. Bull flag on the hourly, good. Okay, you're just at a resistance level. So we got to see if it breaks that or not. All right, TGW. Looks like it had a nice breakout. Got above that 57.12 in this consolidation zone, but it could not hold that consolidation zone. Okay, could not hold that consolidation zone. Fell back in. All right, that's a rejection there. Even though this closed inside, it gapped down and gave it up. Then you have an inside day. So this is what's going to happen here. You're either going to do one of two things. Okay? So if you could make it back over 58, you know, you could be bullish. What is it? 58 exactly. I could be bullish. Okay. But if you make it below 54.39, 54.39, that's really bearish. Because it's an inside day. Inside day on a big candle like this, that could mean a bearish harami. So if you lose 54.39 and close below that, that's going to confirm that bearish harami, and you're going to be going to 52 and maybe even 50.75. Okay, those are one of those two options, and then you have one more option. If tomorrow you open up and you're just inside candle like this, that could be consolidation. It could be. Could be. But if the next day you gap up and you sell off like this to the downside, that's then you confirm the bearish harami. Okay? So you got a couple options there, but you're just gonna have to wait on that, see which one it comes through. But the trend is up still, but that is a problem right there. A possible bearish harami inside day reversal. So we got those three options there that could play out. Okay. Looking at the 4 hour. Okay. Nothing really. 1 hour. Okay. Not really seeing anything there on those. So you're going to have to wait on that. You got a squeeze firing to the upside. Looks good. You closed at 58. Or you had a high of 59. Closed at 58.92. That was a very strong candle there with some good volume. But, yeah, you're going to have to see if that trend is going to reverse tomorrow. All right. AMD, of course. AMD. All right, AMD. Let's go look at this here. Okay. So AMD. All right, so AMD is not AMD is not done yet. Okay. AMD is not done yet. Why do I say that? Is because, we got, I feel like this is a A, B, C correction here. And then we have a wave 1 to wave 2, and this is a wave 3. And the wave 3 is not done on the monthly. And that wave 3 is still going to go to probably 340. And then it's going to pull back probably to 300, maybe 280. And then it's going to have a wave 5 to 400 plus. Okay. So, even though we have an ugly candle forming on the monthly, we just started the month. So, this still could go. This could easily go. All right. So, A and B, not done. All right. On the weekly, we have that big gap, right? But it's because it's recognizing AMD is a new animal. Okay. So, setup here, bull flag, still there, consolidate. Okay, we break that 67, we go 300. Simple as that. Okay, we're above the 20 SMA. We came down, gap down, almost hit support here at 222. Then reverse with a Morningstar reversal. Okay, we gapped up again above that 20. Okay, we break that 267, we go 280. This week, we break that, we go 280. Possibly even 285. Okay. Next week, 300. If we break out this week, next week, 300 easy. If not, if it's a big breakout, possibly this week. And that's crazy to think because, we were just at 222 to hit 300 within 2 weeks is a crazy idea. Especially when a couple months ago or 2 months ago, we were at 160. That's double the volume in 2 months. Okay. All right. So yeah, there's AMD for you. Above the 20 SMA, looks great. Looks great. Hands are so dry. Okay. LLY. Okay. LLY has been on a rampage. We mentioned this, guys, to you. What? We were looking at it for a while here, but until it broke out here, I was not interested. And then here, when it broke out, I said, "All right, it's time to go." We run it, and then we ran it, pulled back, run it again, and we're going to 1043. And next week we should be 1100. Okay, this is a monster breakout. Okay, this is a monster breakout. Okay, I showed you guys this. We broke out here, and this week is confirming that we should hit 1043 this week, if not more. 1050 possibly. 1043 is my target though. But 1100 is the first target that I am interested in for this bullish pennant. Okay, so we just broke out this high here, 972.50. We just broke out of that, and once that gives us momentum. So this is monthly. So this candle is going to be high. So this month we're definitely going to go to 1100. There's no questions about it. The 1100 is coming. No question about it this month. Might even go a little bit more. Okay. Probably 1130. Okay. A little bit more. Maybe 1150. It's this big candle breakout. All right. So my target for this week is going to be 1043. Okay, we might get a little bit more 1050, but I think we close under 1043. So, whether we hit that tomorrow and then Friday's a, choppy day or pullback day, whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as we hit our targets, right? So here on the 4 hour, it looks great, strong, no divergences, looks great, strong. Okay, RSI going flat, doesn't really matter really. Okay, the price action is still consistent. Okay, we need to clear that 1022.40. We clear that, we go 1040. Okay, this is a very, very strong stock, very, very strong point in its life right now because it's breaking out of a cluster of consolidation. This cluster has been what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 months. And now it's breaking out. Okay, that cluster here is telling us we go 1217. Okay? 1217. So I'm not saying we'll go 1217 this month. I'm saying that's where we're going within the next 2 months. 1217. So that's another 200-point move that we'll be getting. Now, is it going to be all smooth ride like this? Possibly. Maybe 1 or 2 day pullback. Go. Maybe it's a strong stock. Look at all the strong volume. It's a big breakout. Okay. And if they announce any stock split or anything like that or not, I don't know. But there's a possibility. You know, stock goes higher and higher. You know, it gets more and more expensive. Options get a lot more expensive as well. Maybe it stays. Maybe it doesn't. If it has so much demand, because this is a lot of demand. So if it keeps getting like this and it goes higher, and they still see company growth and everything's groovy, I think a stock split is in the future. But right now, no. But in the future, if this goes 1400, I think they'll be thinking about that, because where's this consolidation? So the lowest point was $623. So if they go 1400, that's going to be double. So it's a possibility if it doesn't fall out, but I don't think it falls out. I think it keeps going. LLY looks great. Okay. And with LLY, you know, the company that you know, just partnered with them was NVO, right? So I'll just do that just to get out the way. NVO, double bottom area here, and it's going. We said it was going to go to 50. Last week it didn't go to 50. Last week it didn't do anything. This week it's going to 50, and I think it's on its way to 53. You know, of course, we're going to have a hiccup right at this 20th SMA, right at 51. But I think it clears that, and it gets this gap fill at 51.25. And then we go 52, 54, 55, 60. We have gap fills to clear on the upside as well. But I feel like 60, 62 is where it's heading. Okay. All right, Tesla. Tesla's not doing anything. It's still in this consolidation that we've been talking about for the past, I don't know, 4 months, 3 months, 3-4 months. Okay. You know, we had the potential breakouts here, failed, and dropped. We're in between the moving averages right now. So, you know, the buy zone is 415. Okay. Above, this is upper chop. This is lower chop. 415 between 415 and 440 is lower chop, and 440 to 465 is upper chop. And we're right smack in the middle. So above 440, we're in the upper chop. Below 440, we're in the lower chop. Okay, we're holding the 50 SMA, and you know, our size reset. We have a squeeze, but you know, we're just consolidating. Has anything changed on Tesla? No. Do we still have a bull flag on Tesla? Yes. All right, we still anticipating we push through on Tesla. Yes, it's just time. That's it. You know, Tesla's one of those stocks. It does it all the time. I told you guys a couple weeks ago. I said, you know, when it was over here, I said I'm not getting into Tesla until earnings, after earnings, because it's not going to do anything until earnings. Okay, and then earnings happened. It did something, and then to try to do something again, and then now it's doing nothing again. Tesla's one of those stocks that chops a lot. It chops a lot, but when it moves, it makes up for all that time it was chopping. So if you buy time, which is, I get it, it's expensive, but if you buy time, it will reward you. Okay? Now, I know it gets hectic when you're waiting on the time, when Tesla makes a big move and it goes to 475, and then boom, 3 days later, it's at 420. I get it. Okay? But that's what Tesla is. If you want to play with the beast, you know, you got to take what the beast gives. And that's what the beast does. Tesla chops around a lot. And this isn't new. This is ongoing. Look at how long this guy chopped around for. And I told you guys this before. You know, this chopped around for what? 1, 2, 3, 4 months before it went. And now this one is what, 1, 2? It's only on 2 months. Not to say that it's gonna take 4 months. I'm just saying Tesla is a chop stock before it moves. This one popped up, chopped around, then dropped. Because when it moves, it moves. When it moves up, when it moves down, it moves. Then it chops here. This one chopped what? 1, 2, and then 2.5, and then it went. Then it chopped 4, then it went. And now this chopping 2. I think it chops just this area. I think it goes soon. Okay, but it's a chopper. You know, does it mean it's a bad stock? No. Does it mean it doesn't look good? No. Does it mean it's gonna die? No. I think it's gonna go. I think it just chops around, you know, and before it makes its big move. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see here. All right. That's Tesla. All right. Now Oracle. Got it. All right. Oracle. Right. All right. Now, Oracle. Let's see here. Let's extend that here. Okay. Send that. All right. Oracle. We've seen this. Okay, this downtrend here. Oh, let me zoom out. Okay, this downtrend here. Okay, this downtrend here is getting tight. Okay, now there's a lot of volume. There's a lot of volume right here at this 236 area. A lot of volume. Okay, this falling wedge right here is getting tight. We can see here our RSI is at 28 right now. Okay. Every time we drop, we pop it, and then we drop it, then we pop it. Okay, we drop it. I think we pop it tomorrow. I think maybe we gap down. I wouldn't mind gapping down and then rallying up, because then we could bullish engulf this candle that we did today, and that won't count. And then we close above 236, and then we run to 250 Friday. That would be the best, right? But you see here, there's a lot of consolidation right here at that 236 area. Okay. Now, granted, there's a big gap fill down here at 179. I don't think we get there though, unless there's something really, really bad in the markets, because Oracle is one of the best companies for all the AI infrastructures. Okay. So, what do we have though? We have a little gap fill right here at 223.57. Okay, That's $3. So if we gap there, hit that, reverse, close up at 237, that would be the best situation that could happen. Okay, the best. All right, because then we break out of this falling wedge, and then Friday we would confirm it by going to 245, maybe 250. Okay, but I don't see why. Okay, we had that bullish divergence there. Okay, we had it. Okay, we lost it. Okay, we lost it barely. So if this turns around, gets back up, we can have it again. Okay, we can have it again. It's just out there slightly. Okay, comes back in, we could go. You know, we've seen it before many, many times. All right, let's go to hourly. Okay, hourly's already coming back in it. Okay, see, we got there and we came back in there. Here we come back in there. You know, possibilities, but I don't think Oracle is out for the count just yet. Okay, we might have been a little early, but I don't think we're that far off. I don't think we're that far off. Stochastic's ready. This falling wedge looks good. I mean, we've been from what, 322 to basically 226. Okay. Like I said, I wouldn't mind gapping to that 223 and then bouncing hard. But even if tomorrow we're inside day tomorrow and then Friday we take off, that's a possibility. But I think it's still sizzling. It's still sizzling. It's still on the stove, and it's not done yet, but it's gonna be ready soon. Okay, we might have jumped in yesterday a little too early, but I don't think we're that far off. Okay, I don't think that we're that. That's the thing. Trying to time a bottom is very difficult. It's very difficult, but you might not get it at the exact time. And you might be upset. You don't get it at the right time, but guess what? You can't grab the bottoms and you can't grab the tops all the time. Okay, so if this goes tomorrow or the next day, and it goes, hey, even though we were a day or two early, it's still gonna go. If it doesn't, I don't see why it wouldn't. Okay, the only reason I would think it wouldn't go is if it's gonna go hit that 200 SMA at 208. So if you want to get hedged up and buy 208 puts, by all means, but that's an area that you definitely would buy. But this falling wedge right here is telling me it's tight, and it should be going soon, within the next 2 days. Okay, that's Oracle. Sorry, some fly in my face. Okay. All right, next, Google. All right, Google. Okay, Google's been having a hard time right here at that 292 area. So, that's a bull. This is a bull flag here. Bull flag, and then targets are 300 and 315. Okay. All right, 300 and 315. Okay. So, but on the 4 hour, Google has a bull flag setting up, and 285.60 is the support. So we either hold that 285.60 and get back over 290 and try that 292 again, or we rejected that 220, 290, 292, and then we're making a bear flag, and then we're going to drop back down to 280. Okay. I think the markets are going to push, so I favor Google to the upside as long as it's above that 285.61. And there's that bull flag. I think tomorrow we're going to actually be positive, and we're going to hold the above 286, and we're probably going to be in between 286 and 290. And then maybe Friday we push it and we break out. And then we hit that 296 on Friday. That's what I think. So either we do that or we lose that 285 again, and then we get to 280. But if the markets are pushing, I think that's going to hold. All right, coin. Coin is very choppy in this area. We lost that we lost that 300, and then we hit that 200 SMA. 200 SMA, and we reversed it, and we stopped right at that 310. Then we gapped in, and we tried to break that 324, failed. So it's respecting the downtrend still, but now we're consolidating. Okay. So here what we're doing is we're still waiting for Bitcoin to figure out. If you look at coin and you look at Bitcoin, they're the same. They're teeter-tottering on a level that they don't want to lose. Okay? So, I think Bitcoin might lose it, but I think coin might lose it as well. But I see that hit on that 200 SMA and that nice reversal and the confirmation. Then I see this consolidation. I think that Bitcoin will hold that 100 for now, and it's teeter-tottering right near its 200 SMA as well. I think you're still going to be volatile in this area. I think we could see 320, but we could also see 300. So we're going to be chopping around here. If we do lose this, I think 272.50 is a big buy area for that. I do, but I think that 300 should hold for now. And it consolidates more. As the more and more it consolidates to this area, the more chance that it has to break to the upside. Okay. So 300, if you could hold it, it's good. 300, if you can't hold it, then it's 272. Okay. Okay, now on the other hand, MicroStrategy, this one has just been weak from 450. So sad. It's almost cut in half. Oh, it is cut in half. 450 to 224. It's cut in half actually perfectly. So it's cut in half. And it's right here, even below this support area. It's right here, below that support area. And RSI is still coming down. RSI for this is 30, not too bad. But we either double bottom right here in this 219, or I see Bitcoin going to 206. Yeah, 206. Yeah. See, going to 206. But it better hold this level here, 233. It should be able to hold that by the end of the month. Okay, but you can see it just been slicing down. So if it goes to 206, I would say we need to see that bounce back to 236. But if we could hold that 225 or this 219 level off that double bottom, I say we need to get back over 236. Once it gets back over 236, then I'm interested. Then I'm like, okay, as long as we stay above 236, then I'm interested. Then I would be interested in getting long it. Otherwise, it's weak. It's going to go to 200. I don't like it. Okay. All right. BA. BA is kind of cruising right here. Okay, it dropped down. Okay, got hit the 200 SMA. Okay, now it's chilling right here at this 195. I think it's setting up. It hit this moving averages. See this area right here, this 190 is such a good buy area because it's a previous breakout point of this cup and handle area right here. This big strong run up comes back and tests it. Okay, coming to test it, it's holding it. I think this is gonna reverse and we're gonna pop back over that 210 within the next few weeks. And I think this one will be a nice setup. Again, I think in a year from now, BA will be, 333 a year from now. 2 years from now, it doesn't be in the 400s. So I think that's going to happen. This thing needs to just reverse. I think by the end of this year, January, or the beginning of next year, January, I think we should be in the 260s. I think maybe even by, depending on news and events that happen, we could see it 255 by December. The earnings kind of messed up the timelines, but I think we just drop, verify the breakout here, then we reverse within the next 2 weeks, and then I think it has a chance to go. But either way, in the longer term time frame, I think it's really good. I think it's really good. All right. Okay, SoFi, the guy that always pays us. We've gotten paid on SoFi for a long time. Well, actually all year this year. All year last year. Okay. All right, SoFi looks great. A lot of banks are breaking out. SoFi as well too. I see SoFi going at 35. We need to get past this 32.56. I don't like when things hit this area and then fall back inside. It's a false breakout. We got a squeeze firing up. We got RSI reset. We got volume coming in. Everything looks good here. Okay, I'm not liking the gaps and then the rejection here. I think maybe this sets up a bull flag and then it tries it again. But if we could get past that 32.56 and hold it, then this goes to 35. Okay, RKLB. All right, so this area is a good spot to buy if it holds this. Okay, we got this. Okay, we need to hold this 49.54. Okay, if it could hold that, it consolidates and maybe it pops back up. But this consolidation zone right here, this is a big area of support. If it does not hold this, it's bye bye. This is gonna drop down to to 45, and then 42. But if it could hold that 46.50 or 49.50, just consolidates here, and then we could start moving back up to 60. But right now it's just consolidation, but it's on good support. It's on good support. All right, Lyft. Okay, Lyft hit my first target today. Okay. Lyft hit my first target today. Man, I wasn't paying attention to that. I did look at it too. I don't know why I didn't look. I had 25 calls for January next year. Hit my first target. So 25.50 was my first target, and then 31 is my next target. Lyft had a big breakout. I mean, we've got on this one early, right? We got in this one early. We got in this one around here. Then we got that breakout, and then we held that 20. We said get more, so we got more. And yeah, this is going good. We got a squeeze on the monthly, firing up, looks good. We got RSI looking good. Monthly chart looks great. 31 comes within I say by January. I could see that easy. 30 comes by January, so I'm not worried about the 25 today. So yeah, I think this one, if we could if this makes a good move, man. I remember when I was telling you guys about Lyft over here, and I was just saying get leaps, get leaps, get leaps, get leaps, and they're gonna pay. Well, they're paying now. But if everything goes all good and everything, I think 63 is a possibility within the next 2 years. I think we could triple. If Lyft comes out and fixes their app, because I don't know what's wrong with their app. But whenever I try to use it, I think I complained about this last time when I was telling you guys about Lyft. I had to stop using Lyft because the app kept messing up. And it wouldn't do. So if they fix their app, they get some autonomousness, okay, and they get a good standing or even get a good deal with somebody or a company, then I think this could easily triple. So 25 now, then 50, then 60, 246. I think it can. 2468. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. Can it go 80? It started at 80, so we definitely could get up there. Okay, it's gonna take time. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying next year it's gonna be 80, but all it needs to do is take one deal, fix its stuff, get its stuff together, and this thing's gonna go. This nice weekly bull flag fired this week. Hit our first target. Okay. I see it's still 28 is the target. 28 and then 30. This thing is fresh, baby. This thing is fresh. It just broke out, pulled back, held, pushing again. This thing's fresh. It's still got some room. It's got a lot of room to run. Okay. We hit our target here. You know, if this pulls back, you know, we want to hold. We want to hold right here. We want to hold 23.69. If that could hold, consolidate, we could push to that 28 next week. Lyft, a great one. Another great leap that we had. All right. Microsoft. All right. Microsoft. So today, Microsoft dropped all the way down to 500, right? 499, and reversed hard. You know, we fell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days in a row. That's crazy. And then we're up 3. You know, I think Microsoft could go 515 and possibly 530. Okay, possibly 530. Okay, needs to get through these moving averages. Okay, we could go 515, but we need to get through those moving averages, and then we could go 530. Okay, and then we're probably gonna have problems at 530. Okay, and then we're gonna see where we go from there. But right now, I feel like Microsoft, nice V recovery, red to green day, beautiful, nice bull flag setting up. I think it goes 515 this week. I think it goes tomorrow, but we'll see how the market acts. But I do think 515, 516 comes, and we could go to 530 next week. If not, 520 this week is a very good possibility. If we get 520 this week, then I think 530 will definitely hit next week. All right. All right. J&J held that previous breakout on the monthly, which is great because that means we're continuing to break out on the monthly, and that monthly's first target is 200. So we should be going to 200, and then we'll be going to 217. So weekly. Okay, weekly. Bull flag. Back tested. The monthly breakout. Held. Then the week trying to break out. We break out the 195. Then we're going to 200. And this is a beautiful setup. So if you don't want to be in this is a beautiful setup. Once we need to break that 195, we close above that 195 and hold it, we're going to 200 easy. Okay, looks great. Okay, I don't like that it didn't follow through today, but if it could do it tomorrow, that's all she wrote. It's gonna go RSI reset, stochastics reset. Momentum switching to the bull side. Everything looks good. Good volume. I like it. I like it a lot. J&J. It's paid us very well this year. J&J, SoFi, Lyft, they've paid us very well this year. Good ones. Okay. All right. Now, on to something that hasn't paid us very well this year. Walmart. All right. Walmart really fucking ripped us a new one this year. All right. Walmart had that breakout, consolidated, and failed the breakout. Now it's consolidating here and slightly moving up. RSI is above 50, but the big levels here are 104 and 105. Doesn't matter what it's doing right here because guess what? It's just following this pattern right here. It's just following this consolidation. This is mimicking this right here. So until we're above 104, 105, this consolidation chop is really just chop. We could just stay like that, chopping around. So right now, chopping around, it's a choppy to the upside, okay, but it's gonna meet the 20 SMA, and that's gonna say, what are you gonna do? Okay, it's holding that 50 barely. We're gonna meet the 20 SMA, and then it's gonna say, what are you gonna do? You're gonna break it down, or you're gonna break up and get over that 104. Okay, because this is a channel, and if it get back over there, maybe this was a false breakout and it comes back down and then it breaks out again. Possibly. If it does, good for you. But otherwise, this is just chop zone right here. This is chop zone. You need to get above 104.35 and most importantly 105.30, and you need to hold above that, and you need to stay above that, and then it could go. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, here. All right, so again, like I was just saying about J&J, I don't like it when it tries to break out and it fails, because then this happens, So this one has to set up this support 56 right here, if this is going to be a bull flag, okay? Because that 56 is, you know, right here, right there, that 56. So that could hold that and make a little cup and handle and break out. Cool. You could go 60, you know, 62. Go 60, 62. But if you can't break out, if you can't hold that 56, you're going to go back to 54. Okay. All right. CRWV, this one, you know, this one was a big disappointment. Big disappointment. You know, we thought we were going to break out here and then just going to tumble down. Now it's breaking lows, or not. You like, oh, it's almost at the lows. Here are the lows, and we are, no, let me see, right there. Oh yeah, we're right there. We're almost there. So this is considered a falling knife, and I don't see anything with it. No divergence. Okay. Slight one on the hourly, but you know, this is honestly, look at, if it doesn't double bottom or triple bottom, doesn't triple bottom here or double bottom, whatever you want to call it, if it doesn't do that there, this one's going to 63. Okay, so I would be cautious. I wouldn't jump on that until I see signs of life. I don't see any signs of life. No signs of life yet. All right, PFE. So PFE, we got in hit here before, and you know, we made some good money, and then it took it all away from us. And then you know, we got leaps though, so that's a good thing. We added to those long leaps. So now we got those 25 calls for January, and those are working. So now we're getting some life. You know, we got some loaded up. They loaded up right here. You can see that consolidation and that volume. And now we're pushing through. I think this one's setting up to break that 26 and come back to that 27 area. But at that 27 area is where we're going to have that fight, that difficultiness. Are we going to get through? Are we going to consolidate something? And then we're going to push through. Maybe we make a cup and handle and then set up and then go. But I think that we have room to 27 before January, which, I mean, I think in the next month we'll get there. And yeah, I'll probably be selling my 25 calls right at that 27. Unless we just break through it and we're running, then I'll sell them at 28. But looks good. Looks great. I think PFE is a great time to get in. If you didn't get in already, get in now. If you didn't get in yesterday, get in now. If you didn't get in now, then get in tomorrow. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. This one looks like it see here. Okay. This one looks like it's trying to set up to break out. It's above the 20 SMA on the weekly, but it's just not done yet. It looks like it possibly it's setting up. If it could get through and break out and break above 457, then you could possibly have a setup for bottom. But right now, you have a daily bottom and a setup, but you know, it's nothing's set. You could easily just keep dropping back down. Nothing's set until you're outside this channel, and then you're outside that 200 SMA. So, I mean, it looks like there's prospect there, but I mean, it's still not looking like a great Great trade. Okay. Okay, this one looks like a mean Head and Shoulders. So, you know, if this breaks this, you know, we're going down here. 142 and then 123. But if it holds 153, you have a shot. But RSI is telling you that it's weak, and Momentum is telling you that it's weak, and below its moving averages is telling you that it's weak, and this downtrend here is telling you that it's weak. So, you know, you form a descending triangle and drop to 123, or you just form this Head and Shoulders and drop to 123. But that gap fill looks like it wants to come at 142, and 123 wants to fill. That's what it's looking like. One of your favorite stocks no one's talking about. Which one is that? You know, RGTI is RGTI paid us hard. Okay, now it's, you know, setting up to be nothing right now. It's just, I think it's tired. You know, it did great work for us this year. We made a lot of money on it this year, and then now it just dropped off. You know, fell off. I think this one is gonna probably settle around here, and it's gonna consolidate for a while. Okay, so if it does not get back above 33.78, this is gonna be dead money in between 26.70 and 33. It's going to be dead money. So either buy leaps and forget about it, or come back later, because this one's going to be dead money unless it's above 33.78. And trust me, I really like the stock. It made good money. We got it in at like 7 or 8, maybe 10, maybe 19. And we sold at what, 30, 40, 50, 60. I mean, it hit my targets. But yeah, now it's decided, you know, it's tired. It wants to take a little nap. Okay. Okay. NBIS. You know, it's going to 88.35. That's where it's going. And it needs to hold that, because if it doesn't hold that, you know, it's coming down here. But, you know, it's going to 88.35. Meta, okay. Meta came back down to 608 today, huh? All right, so let's check it out. Okay, it's holding the 608.64 gap fill area that we had last time. Okay. Well, simple thing is, holds at 608.65, then it's gonna pop back up to 626. If we don't hold it, it's gonna retest at 601, and if we lose that, then it drops. But I have a feeling that I don't think it wants to go to 648. I mean, unless we have some bad news in the market, then this is going to be the leading indicator that we're going to fall hard. So if this drops hard and it loses 601, 601.20, and it drops, and then that's going to be the leading indicator that the market's going to drop. Okay, if Meta drops and goes to 500, maybe 500. Okay, overall 550 and 500. Then this is going to be a sick buy. A sick buy. If it goes to 500, buy that up. You know how many times Meta has fallen extremely and then ripped up extremely? Meta's not going anywhere. It's an information technology company. It has algorithms that are created to know us and to know what we want, and to know what we want to buy, to know who we are, our behaviors, our actions, our wants, our needs, all that. So I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Okay. I think whatever this happens, let's see. 580. Okay. Let's see here. Monthly. Okay, we're still at the 20 SMA. That's why I think, I think we're gonna bounce back. Honestly, I think that 608 will hold. And I think tomorrow will bounce back. So, but like I said, if it doesn't and we lose that 601.20, then that's going to be a leading indicator for the market dropping. Okay. And then whenever this settles and it turns around, that's going to be a leading indicator for when market decides to run again. Okay. So, yeah. There you go. Okay. Okay, Lulu. Lulu had that nice breakout, hit our target, then drop back down to this consolidation that was. We're outside of the channel, and it's looking good. It needs to get past these moving averages, and then it needs to get back above 178. Once it does that, it's going to be a nice buy long again. I mean, we still got those leaps. But, here, basically fake this out. And then here, we need to get through this, right? Because here we got above the moving averages because we couldn't get above those moving averages for a while. We got above it, and then we immediately got back below it. Now here we're trying to get above it now, and the 20 SMA is trying to cross over. If all that happens, if we could get above there, the 20 SMA crossovers at 50, then that's going to be a go-go buy, right? And then we get above that 178 again. Then we don't have any resistance for this channel anymore. We could go to those 180s, 183, 186, 190, and then go to those 193s. And then that's going to be our resistance area. And then that's an officially bottom, and then we could take off. Okay? So it's looking good. Even though we're in a lower price, it's still looking good because that 20 SMA wants to cross over that 50, and then we want to cross over both of those. So even though we're a little lower than we were, about $6, $7-8 lower, if that crosses over, I think we're going to have an easier way up than we did previously from this breakout. Okay. All right. So that's a nice setup that it's looking like. Okay. All right, NVDA. So NVDA has this box. Okay, we've been out of that box. Okay, got out of that box, and then it kind of double topped there, and then came back in the box, hit the lower box, got out of the box, came back in the box, and now we're right at the box. 195.70 is the box top. We're holding the 20 SMA. Okay, if we could get outside of the box at 195.70, then we could get back to 200, and if we could get back to 200, we could get to 205, which is the gap fill right here. All right, so that's where our target is, 205. Okay, but right now we're fighting the box. The box is not having it. Yesterday and today, the box said no. So that's where we're at. Okay, we're above the 20 SMA. That's still nice. That's still bullish. If we can't get past 195, guess what? We're going to come back down here to 188. 188.50. Okay, if we can't get past 195, 75, then we go 199, 200, and we get past that, we go 205. Okay, so, you know, earnings is coming up the 19th. So we might just be chopping around until that happens. So that's the risk that we have to take. NVDA has nice moves, but sometimes it chops and does nothing. Okay, it's a risk that we have to take playing a name like that, Tesla, or any big movers. Okay. Baidu, okay. All right, Baidu. All right, Baidu. Baidu above 124.60 is bullish. Okay, it's consolidating right under this price target of 133.38. We need to break 150 in order to keep pushing to that 156 and 160. Has earnings coming up on the 18th, day before NVIDIA. Okay, that's not too far, next week. So I'm thinking that most likely, because this is consolidation, we're not going to go anywhere higher than 140 before earnings. So we're going to consolidate here, or we're going to jump up here, and we're going to consolidate here. But I don't think we're going to go lower than 124, but I don't think we're going to go higher than 140. So we're going to be consolidating in this area. Okay. AMD already did. NVIDIA already did. Okay, and Apple, here you go. Apple is at the top of a big resistance channel right here. Okay, but it does have a bull flag. But this here channel is a huge resistance. It hit that here, it pulled back. So we're going to try it again and see what happens there. If it does hit it and pulls back, then, we know that it's not going to break out of there. If we could break out of this channel, this larger channel, I'll show you the larger channel. This is the larger channel. Okay, this channel has been there for a very long time. Very long time. It's been there since 2019, 6 years. Okay, so we're at that upper end of that top channel. Okay, we hit that before, we dropped. Okay, we're here again. Now, do we break out of this channel and just start ripping it to 400? I don't know. Okay, but I'm telling you where we're at. This is where we're at. We're at that top of the channel. So basically, you could do a straddle, where you could do long calls and long puts and see which way it goes, because you're either going to make a big breakout and break out the channel and go higher, or you're going to make a top out and you're going to drop it and you're going to dump all the way down to 253.50. Okay, but otherwise, that's it on Apple. That's it on Apple. All right, NVO already did. Looks great. CRVW already did. Looks like trash. Iron. Okay. Iron. All right. This stock here, I hate to break it to you, but we got a bearish divergence. We got a false breakout, and we're going to 49.96. This is where we're going. We're going to 49.96. Our side below 50. Squeeze is looking to fire down. Stochastics is coming down. You know, it had that false breakout twice. So we had 1, 2, and then reversed. We're going to come back here. We're going to hit the 50 SMA, and we're going to hit 50 area right here. So we're going to come back in that zone. And then I don't know if it's going to bounce again and then make a head and shoulders and then fall, or if it's just going to fall. Okay. Green and bull. All right. Bull. Now, I say all the time, the stock is a buy and forget it, or just forget it, okay? Because it doesn't do anything, okay? Might have done something here, okay? But, you know, I said it here, buy and forget it, and then, you know, did well, right? 10 to 18, yeah, that did good. And then it did nothing again. Now dropped down to 9. Earnings are coming up. 11.20. You know, it's cheap, but you know, it's at 52-week lows. You know, earnings possible, but again, it's not a big mover. It doesn't really move that much for earnings. Doesn't really do much for earnings. You know, it doesn't really do much at all. So again, it's either buy some leaps on it or don't mess with it. For the earnings, I don't know. It hasn't done much, and now it's at all-time low or 52-week lows. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. And what does the chart say? The chart says nothing really. This doesn't say anything. You know, there's no bullish divergence. RSIs just keep going down. Okay. You know, well, this is all-time low. It's not even 52-week low. It's all-time low. Okay, so I mean, if it's an all-time low, you know, there's a reason for that. So maybe earnings turning around, but maybe they don't. I don't know. Earnings is a 50-50 shot. So, you know, you could have great earnings and the stock dumps. You could have crap earnings and the stock rips. So earnings are going to be 50-50 on this one. I wouldn't play it, but it's up to you. Okay. All right. Next up. LMND. All right, LMND made a new high today. Problem here. So we held 73 last week. I said, you know, we got in early, and we made bank on that one. And then I said, if we pull back, we hold the 73. It's a buy, okay. And long term for January, I said we could have a chance. If it holds 73, we have a chance to go to 80, 90, and 100. 119, I think, is my target. Yeah, 119. All right. So right now, we broke out. We pushed to 83, and then we came back. We're just consolidating. But again, we've been having a lot of false breakouts. You know, this is like the, 7th stock I'm looking at. The false breakout. Look, as long as we hold right here, 76.90 is being support. If we could keep holding that, then great. We could break out. If we don't, we come back to 73. Then we bounce, consolidate. I still think this one is a good one long term. It looks great. It does. It looks great. But I don't want to see it past 73. But I like it still. It looks good. It's just you're going to have to give it time. You know? It had a false breakout today. We're going to have to see what it does tomorrow. You know, look, you're asking me if you could average down right now. I mean, it just made new highs today, and it had a false breakout. I wouldn't average down. I would just wait. Rich Tech Robotics. You know, all right. Downtrend, going to its moving averages. No divergence, no nothing. Consolidating. You know, this is on downtrend. Possibly have some support right here at 335. But you're gonna have to see. You know, this is a if. This is a iffy. Has support here, but does it hold it? I don't know. I don't know anything about the company. So if it could hold it, sure. But you're still in a downtrend. You need to break this downtrend channel, and that's gonna have to be above 413. So if you consolidate, and then you pop it and break that 413, yeah, maybe you have a chance. But then you have the 20 SMA and the 50 SMA have you at 450. And if you get rejected there, you can smack back down there. So this stock is a downtrending stock. If you're asking me if that's a bottom, I don't know. But is it a good area of support? It is. But I'm not sure if it's going to be buyers there. You're going to have to see. You're going to have to see if there's demand there or not. Right now, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. I don't see any buying. I don't see anything else besides a bear flag setting up. All right. Okay. ABBV. All right. Let's clear all this then, because that doesn't. Yeah. Okay. So, what is going on with this stock? Okay, well, this one held previous support right here. Okay, that's a good. See, this is exactly what's happening with J&J. Remember, I said, you know, the monthly breakout, it broke out, then come back test, and it's holding, now it's pushing. That's the stock you want to be in. This could be a great one too. This one back test and held, reversal candle, confirmation candle, looks good. Okay. Okay. You know, we're gonna have to push through that 234.68, and then get in there to 244. Then you got to break that 244. So this one is on its way to 234.68. Okay. It looks good. Our size looks good. Volume looks good. Above its moving averages, the 20 and the 50 looks good. Okay, we're above this high. That's good. We haven't tested this high yet. We need to break through that. Once it does that, you'll be inside here. But trust me, you're going to go inside here, and then you're going to start going sideways. And then you're going to go. Okay, if you're going to do it. So I think you will. I think this is a good stock. I think it will go long. I think you're going to be targeting 255 on the long term. But it's still going to take you a little bit of time. Not that much, but a little bit of time. Which PFE calls can we get in? I think I said 25 calls for January is what we got. AMD already did. Okay. PM. Oh man. Okay, so BMNR. All right, here we go again. This is that company. I told you guys how many times it's going to consolidate in here forever. And I told you to buy leaps. It's just been inside here. It's tried to break out so many times, and I just don't believe it. It's in here now. It's all the way here on the lower end. You want to buy it? Buy it at 33. You want to buy it at 40? Sure. But if it goes to 33, that's where you should buy it, and then 60 is where you sell it. That's right. 30 to 60. That's pretty good. Okay, so I would buy it at 30. I wouldn't and I would just buy this long. Okay, buy this long. You know, how many times did it try to break out? I was just like, I don't believe it. I said it's going to be on long consolidation for a very long time. Okay, so it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. It is not ready yet. All right, Intel, another stock who's paid us very well this year, very, very well. All right, Intel is in quiet slumber mode. Okay, it is consolidation zone, consolidating in this zone right here. All right, not to say that it's bad. Intel's paid us great. We sold at 42, 41 area. Okay, now it's consolidating. Okay, it's waiting. Okay, it's still good. I still think we get 50 and more overall, but it's quiet. It's consolidating. It's resetting. Okay, it's resetting, building this flag, and you know, we're gonna consolidate for a while. This is gonna be one of those Tesla looking ones where it's gonna consolidate for a while and then we go. Okay, which is fine because we got it at what, 23, 24, and it went all the way to 41. Okay, that's what my target was, 41, but we went 42.50. Okay, now it's consolidating. It's going to consolidate for a while. That's fine. That's what it's going to do. Okay, can't just keep going up and up and up. But yeah, that's Intel. Okay, path here. All right, this stock here. Okay, hit targets here. I'm not familiar with this stock, but I guess I charted it before. Okay, hit targets here, and then all right, so okay, we got a gap fill right here. All right, so we're on the 50 SMA. Okay, 20 SMA is curling down. Okay, 50 SMA is here. I think this probably is going to be a bear flag, and I think we come down to 1337. 1337, I think. Okay, that's where we're going. Okay, LMT. Okay, LMT had a nice run from that 410 area. Now it's coming back. I tell you this, if LMT can get back over 450, 922, and get back in there, I think this could go back up to 480. But it's going to start consolidating in this zone. Okay, but I do think that because that's the consolidation zone here, and we're right outside of it. I would be a buyer, and it's going to consolidate inside here. It's a good area for if you want to play the bottoms and the tops of consolidation right there. Okay. Sunrun. Okay. Looks good. Actually, Sunrun looks good. I've done this before, and I've told this it could be a nice cup and handle setting up, or this one could be a nice inverted head and shoulders. Okay, let's look at the monthly here. All right, beautiful. Yes, I would be a buyer long term for Sunrun. Okay, it has targets 32 and to 26. All right, so we have one cup. Okay, we have two cups. We have three cups. Okay, now we have a flag forming. I would be hopeful if this dropped down to 15 again, so that you could get some long calls to 30. But if it stays here, I mean, a 50% push is still great. I would buy leaps on this one too, because you don't know when it's gonna go. It looks good. It has inside weak off the 200 SMA. That's very beautiful. Um, no bullish, no bearish divergence here, but it still can consolidate between 15 and 20 for a little bit. But overall, I do give my leap approval on this. It looks great. You're at the bottom of consolidation. You've been consolidating for 1, 2, 3 years. 3 year consolidation looks great, and I think it's going to break out. It looks great. I don't know if it's going to break out soon, but it's going to break out within the next year for sure, and then we'll go to 30. And that would be a 50% shot from here. If we get to 15, it'd be a 100% shot. Okay. So yes, I like it. Beautiful. Daily, not so much. You know, it's not. It's really rejecting this downtrend here. But you know, squeeze forming RSI on the 50. Yeah, I would get some long leaps on this one for sure. You know, it reminds me of Dizzy somewhat on the monthly, right? This consolidation at the bottom of the drop, and then it breaks out of here. We go here and here. Okay, reminds me of that a little bit. Okay, all right, we'll go DE. Okay, DE. What a day today. It hit our area of 284.93. 285 was our breakout point. Okay, we said it last week. We said it's a 485, sorry. 485 was our breakout point. Breakout point here, we got there and we were 7 cents away, and then we reversed. And you know what? You know, it was a long shot us breaking out of 285 because the two strongest moving averages are there, the 200 and the 100. I get it. So we got to set up, and then we're going to push through. I still believe it's going to push through. But, you know, we hit the two strongest moving averages. We hit the 200 here and then pulled back here. Then we came back, and then we hit both of them here. So hopefully we just hold here and then set up, and then we could push through. And once we push through that, 492 and 500 come easy. But, you know, we hit those moving averages perfectly today, and sold off hard. But if we could just continue to build that flag, and this flag here, it looks glorious, right? Glorious here. So we break out. You know, we'll you know, this here, what's this high? 483. By the end of the month, we'll be over 485. I say that. By the end of the month, we'll be over 485 for sure. All right, but hopefully we get it soon. Hopefully we get it this week or next. Okay, for sure. I want to. Hopefully we get it next week. But if not, then for sure we will be by the end of the month. That's what the monthly's telling me. All right. All right. So let's look at Bitcoin here. Okay. Bitcoin still holding that 100,008. Okay, building a bear flag though below the 200. Okay, we're watching that. Okay, we can't lose that. Then it goes to 94. All right, so hopefully it bounces back, but these moving averages are not telling us anything nice. It's telling us that we're probably going to go to 94. So, you know, let's see here. So possibly falling wedge. Falling hedge. Falling wedge. Okay, falling wedge, and it's probably can go there, but if it stays there, you know, get rid of this pattern and goes back up, that'd be great. That'd be the best. But we'll see. Okay, we'll see. All right. last one, guys. Alta's good. Above here. Above there. That's good. Okay, where's it going? It's going 544. 556. So 544. 544 target. There. All right, and then 546. We're above the moving averages we got out of this consolidation. So here, let's map it out. Boom. We're at least going to 550. Okay. So 550 Alta. All right. Looks good. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. You guys have a good night. See you next week.